Cooking Mama 1, 2, 3, 4.
So finally, time. It's finally time for us to review Miss Marvel. It took a very long time for us to finish this series after much, but today we're trying out a different format. So let's just get into this. Now, first up, we're gonna start with some of our complaints. Now, first up, some of our character complaints. Number one, why sometimes do I feel like everybody in the show is just trying to kick Kamala down over and over and over and over and over and over during the beginning?
I feel like the characters always have to be misfits somewhat.
Yeah, but they need to be done well to where they are misfits, but they have to not be real bad to watch.
Okay.
And it was very annoying. And it was very, very, very annoying to watch at the beginning. That's why we
What exactly?
Specifically, so here's the thing. The biggest complaint I have to show is that the dialogue sometimes is written so badly. It's like the Doggo season 7 levels of hold my hand, brother kind of dialogue. It's that bad. I don't know if Kookaburra felt this. But sometimes like the show's really good, except with so basically, the idea of the characters are actually pretty good. They don't have any real flaws there. But the issue that I have is that they don't really, because here's the thing, the characters need to bring the plot together to make it make sense.
True.
But the issue is, more than that, I feel like the plot just tells the characters what they should be thinking right now. And they don't have any thought, but just feels like something that they would think of. They just kind of have them think of it because it's important to the plot.
True.
And that's one of the biggest issues with the Disney Plus Limited series. They basically have so little time to tell a giant story with so much importance that they have to basically just say plot, plot, plot. And they have no chance to ever develop the characters more than just saying, watch the show, and then you figure out what it doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and we know it. Okay.
Yeah, I felt that the show got a slow start. Even though the first episode we saw her, break out and use the powers, but it still just kind of felt
slowly paced.
Yeah.
I think if anything, it could have been paced better, cause why did we go from very slowly paced, not even one fight scene in the first 3 episodes, to the first episode and just go to complete other episode of fight scene? We'll talk about that episode later, and it is very weird and very decent.
And I kind of feel like I don't think it's necessarily the actress who plays Kamala.
Yeah.
But I feel like the character at first was a little, I almost want to say unlikable. Like by the end of the show, I was like, okay, I like her. But at first, I was kind of like, oh, she's kind of annoying.
I mean, honestly, that is true. Cause really, I think the main issue at the beginning was the whole situation with the parents. It did not make her likable.
True.
Okay, but we'll talk about that. So that's all we have to say about the characters. Going to the next stage. So now we're going to talk about the plot, or specifically episode 1.
Okay.
So episode 1.
Bang.
I know. I'm just trying to make them have to spit slightly. Mm-hmm. So basically, episode 1 has to do with, so she finds a mango from her great grandmother.
It was not that far.
Yes, it was, and you can't say otherwise. This is getting annoying.
It was her grandmother's mother.
And basically, she gets it, and basically, this episode is really bad. Probably actually the worst episode of the series.
The first one?
Yes, it gets better as time goes on, but it definitely does not start off strong like at all. This episode is complete garbage. They basically just go out and have a bunch of annoying outings which have nothing to do with anything to do with the plot. They they try and develop the characters slightly, but it's so minimal. Like they kind of just have them do stuff and get mad, and that's it.
Okay.
Then we have the Avenger Con ask thing, and it does, and her parents say no, so she puts out with the Miss Marvel suit and just gets on a train. I don't think her parents would notice.
Can I add something?
Yes.
I didn't understand why her brother couldn't take her to the Comic-Con thing, but anyway.
That's because people just thought that they just, it's simple as they were supposed to be the villains at that point.
Okay.
Basically. So, for some strange reason, she uses the power to save somebody's life, which gives damage control on her tail. Basically, that's it. And this is the worst of the episodes so far, and do all the season. For some reason, they just make it pretty. They just make Kamala and her family just so unlikable. And the acting. I don't even want to talk about the acting in this show. It's bad. It's just bad. Some of the time I can see, I get it. But why are the actors, I don't think it's really the actors' fault, but they have no emotion whatsoever.
Okay.
Anything. The only, I remember this first episode, there's only one emotion that I ever think Kamala would be. A complete robot who has no emotion.
Okay.
The emotion was little. Because, sometimes you having what should be an emotional moment, and you're just staring there, doing absolutely nothing.
Okay.
The acting also feels fake at sometimes, and also the CGI budget. It was again they gave them the proper time, which is well. It failed. It was decent, not perfect, but very decent. So this episode, I rated a 0 out of 10. Skip it, please. If you're gonna watch the show, skip the first episode. You'll get bored and go to sleep.
I also didn't kind of understand the whole thing. It started off you can see from the trailer. It started off kind of comic booky, but I felt like that didn't carry on throughout the rest of the episode.
No, it went from being very attempted to be comic booky to
just a regular show.
And it was weird. I think it was because they were trying to copy out the success of the Spider-Verse movies. Make it comic booky, but it didn't work, and the amount of bad reviews the first episode got made them flip-flop. It was weird. It was very strange. It went from being very comic booky, which I'm guessing is because it's a perfect adaptation of the comics, to just not doing. By the way, guys, is this actually Miss Marvel's origin story in the comics? Because I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't think it was this though. I don't think she had a penguin because that never happened. I never remember.
Yeah, and that game we played, she didn't have these kind of powers. She was more like a stretchy person.
Yeah, because her entire thing is that she has her catchphrase is literally in Megan, and she was more mutant, but they didn't haven't introduced mutants yet, so they just decided to use a bagel. They decided to make her a mutant. Now let's go to episode 2. Episode 2 has its weirdest issue yet. I don't remember the episode.
I don't remember specific episodes after.
Let's see. So he meets.
I remember the last episode.
So he meets this guy.
Was that episode 2?
I think so. Who is clearly 24 years old. He is clearly an adult. She is clearly not 17. And
Is she supposed to be 17?
I think so.
Okay.
it's clearly not supposed to be with him. And her parents meet him later and they do nothing.
Oh yeah, did she meet him at the party?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, okay, that's the end of episode 2. Like, she has the power to save the kid's life by knocking them down. That was episode 2, right? Okay, but that did happen at some point. Okay, next up, episode 3. Okay.
Episode 3
was about the evil. So basically, she is a jinn who has another reality. She's just trying to come together with Olive, and she has going to have to use that one banquet to open up a vortex to take over our world, which we don't want to do later, and she doesn't want to do it.
This was another complaint I had. I was kind of unclear on not who the villain was, but like what was going on with the villain. Like, so the villain Jin lady, what was she trying to? She was trying to take over our realm.
No, she wanted to go back home, but it would take.
How did she get here?
She got vanished.
To our realm.
Yes.
Okay, so she was trying to go back. Okay, because I was kind of, I don't know. I'll be honest, I did kind of like nap during some of these episodes, but I was kind of confused on why she was the villain. So did they go into why she got banished?
Basically, she was evil. That's it.
So Kamala's great grandmother.
We need to stop doing all this.
Kamala's great grandmother got banished with her.
Everybody she had got vanished with her.
Okay.
That's just you, really.
I don't know.
Okay, you can make no more comment.
Okay.
So basically, they in the very next episode, after she wanted that she needed more time to think about it, they attack her and her family, and honestly,
at the wedding.
Yep, and everything goes terribly, and everybody basically knows that she is. Basically, everybody realized that she is Miss Marvel, or Nightlight up to that point. So basically, that is very much annoyingly difficult. But so she fights them and gets beat up, badly, Finally, so she gets beat up badly, but she does manage to use her powers to escape. And then somebody else took it down to knock the best friend. That's love interest for season 2. So basically,
I'm not allowed to comment, so I'm just saying. Okay. She figured out that the friend likes her.
No.
Okay.
But that's already.
We figured that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's predictable. That always happens. And basically, it always happens because he's gone right now, and there's gonna be a weird love triangle to come up soon. Better than Jago though. So basically, after that, she goes to meet her grandmother, who knows about the banquet. And she goes and meets this guy from the night of the fish, who basically had to protect her from these jinn people.
Who was also kind of a love interest.
Yeah, kind of a love interest. It's weird. She gets love interest like every episode. It's weird.
She has so many love interests. Okay.
I know. Those jinn people got put to a prison by damage control, by the way, who was not been. Damage control is basically, to me, it was a mistake because it only puts a bad light on the government.
Okay.
And it also really doesn't help that they're just a nuisance.
So were they? I'm interrupted. Were they trying to get Kamala, or do they know specifically about the bangle, or are they just trying to get her?
They're trying to get her.
Okay.
So they don't know about the bangle specifically. Okay. Also, how would they know? They never showed up majorly enough. That happened. So this episode has just a bunch of really fun action sequences.
Okay. Oh yeah, when she was in Pakistan.
Yeah, and they just fought and fought and fought and fought. Like this episode was so big on fighting to the point where I was thinking they were trying to say, fighting solves all of your problems, and people were getting murdered. Yeah, murdered.
I did appreciate learning about some of Pakistan's history. I didn't know it used to be a part of India, and then it was like a war and all that. I had no idea.
Yeah, it
was interesting to me because.
Yeah, and the Back in Time episode 5. Episode 5, never miss, especially for this show. It's perfect. 10 out
Oh,
of
the
10.
flashback episode.
Yep, it's difficult to explain, but her great-great-grandmother didn't want to give, her grandmother's mama, great-great-grandmother, yeah, did not want to give it to her great-great-great-great-grandmother, who was a Jinn, so they ran away from India to try to go to Pakistan, but Kamala had to make some math, which allowed her to bend the Magnet's power to create some things, which allowed everything to be different, and basically she saved her grandmother from death, and yeah, let's be real, the episode is really boring to explain, but it's really
Yeah, it was a good episode. So the one of the love interest guys, he was born in this realm. Or was he from the other realm?
He was born in this realm.
Okay.
Okay, that is pretty much the end. So basically, after that, they have her close the vortex she opened by killing all of them, dead people, and to save him from
Somehow that I'm still confused about, but okay.
I don't know how close I'm dying to. I don't know.
I'm still confused on how did the old Jinn lady have a baby.
I think it was her daughter. And that giant big guy?
No, that boy wasn't her son.
No, that was her grandson.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so that is very interesting. Now let's go back to normal. She tells everybody about her secret. That's basically all that's notable.
Okay.
He is found and has powers, and now this has been damage control actually becomes a part of the plot. They go to a high school after an episode of nothing but like running from damage control, and they do a very clearly ripping off Home Alone sequence where they just knock the damage control agents. It's very Home Alone. And then we have the giant fight between them and the damage control agent where they just kind of never, like the damage control, did they ever even have a chance?
No, they were like throwing cars at them and stuff.
Yeah, they wasn't like had no power or chance to win anything. But basically, they
Who called them off?
The general guy.
Oh.
But they didn't. There was a protest. They managed to get one to escape. Her services are no longer required from me. Well, code or go, I guess. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. She's immune. Wait, what? She's immune? Immune to the Marvel Universe? Yes, finally. Okay, that's the ending.
Okay.
And that's setting up for season 2. And the post-credit scene for the Marvels, which you probably have seen. So, that is it for Miss Marvel. It is 8 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It could be better if the episode 1 was not so bad.
That's a B.
It's a B. Yeah, it's not good enough. It should have been better. It should have been better.
I want to give a special shout out to Kamala's friend, the girl, not the love interest guy, because I liked her head wraps.
That was a weird shout out to me.
I don't know who she is, but she was like rocking those head wraps.
Okay, so that's it. Finally feed it.
Cooking Mama 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tried it.